Zach Wilson, unless he completely screws up, will be the starting quarterback for the New York Jets this year. Is Aaron Rodgers coming back? I'm sure Aaron Rodgers wants everybody to believe that he is coming back this year. I have a lot of respect for Aaron Rodgers. For everybody that doubts this guy, speaks badly about this guy, not even on the field, but off the field, this guy has been attacked, not only from people that have said that he's not a good family man, he doesn't get along with his family, and that had a lot to do with his girlfriend. There were quite a few players over the last couple of years that are on sports radio shows now that still don't speak highly of Aaron Rodgers. We've had a bunch of his ex-teammates on this show. Every single one of them that have been on this show says not only is he a good teammate, he's a great person on and off the field. I don't know how bad this Achilles tear was, but obviously Aaron Rodgers is making an attempt to come back this year. And that's what makes Aaron Rodgers special, because most quarterbacks, Matthew Stafford being one of them, if Matthew Stafford teared his Achilles early this season, he knew and he would tell you that his season is over. Kirk Cousins, he tears his Achilles in the beginning of the season, he would tell you this season is over. There are very few players in NFL history with bad injuries, superstar players that try to push their way back, not only for their teammates, but for themselves. Tom Brady, when he tore his ACL, was trying to get back on the field. If the Patriots made the playoffs, which they missed the playoffs with 11 wins,
with a tiebreaker,
Tom Brady tried to come back. Peyton Manning for years had neck problems, came back year after year after year until his neck couldn't handle it anymore. Then he had to have surgery. Then there was a whole accusations of steroids and HGH. Then he was obviously traded to the Broncos, and then he won a Super Bowl at the end of his career. When you look at star quarterbacks at their ages, like Aaron Rodgers, 39 years old, when you see an injury like this, you usually say it's season ending and career ending. And after having all the fans, having those Hard Knocks cameras follow him around, everything that we saw this offseason, his growth with the team, leadership, pulling players on the side, telling them that they're going to be taken out to lunch and sit with him, get to know him as a player, not just as a captain, not just as a leader, but as a person. That shows you that Aaron Rodgers was all about the team. It was never about himself. He wanted to be traded to the Jets because he saw that this team had something. And he wanted to bring something to this team, to this organization that they haven't felt in 53 years. There was one quarterback that played with a torn ACL, and that was Phillip Rivers in the playoffs for the Chargers. There are quarterbacks over the years that have played with career or maybe even season-ending injuries and have gone through a certain amount of games to get to that position. But this wasn't a playoff game. This was the first game of the season, 4 plays in. Aaron Rodgers was not going to play with a torn Achilles going through the first game of the season. It wasn't going to happen. There are quarterbacks that take beatings. I mentioned Matthew Stafford, but if Matthew Stafford tore his Achilles, he would not be playing. Right now, Matthew Stafford, no matter how well the Rams are playing right now, and they are playing well, even without Cooper Kupp, they're playing great football. Matthew Stafford does not want to be there. He doesn't want to play with a young team. He wants to win Super Bowls. Matthew Stafford is 34 years old. He's not getting any younger. He's on his final year of his contract. Who is going to give Matthew Stafford an extension next year? He'll be 35 years old. If he has a good season, there might be a veteran team that will bring him in as the starter or the backup to their rookie starter in case their rookie starter gets hurt. Aaron Rodgers was everything to the New York Jets this year. And now that Zach Wilson could be the starter for the rest of the season, everybody's going to itch their head throughout the season. And one of the main reasons why we've seen what Zach Wilson has done the last 2 seasons, and he is choked week in and week out. Now he's going into week 3 against the New England Patriots, and Bill Belichick and everybody would probably pick the Patriots to win the game. Why? Because Zach Wilson, in the 4 games that we've seen against Bill Belichick, just got rumped. You wonder, can Aaron Rodgers come back this year with an injury like that? A lot of experts and doctors say it's impossible. How could a quarterback who is 39 years old, heal in 5 months and be ready if the Jets make the playoffs in the 6th month and play a full game of football? It's almost impossible. I have read at least 3 doctors. They have all said there is no way Aaron Rodgers comes back this year. It would be so impressive if he even steps on the field again this year. That's how bad the injury was. If Aaron believes he can do it, if Aaron believes he can get back on the field and do the things that Aaron does best, then let him believe that. I just don't believe it's going to happen. I wouldn't be excited knowing that I am going to depend on Zach Wilson week in and week out.